And welcome to Hannity. While the fate of Duck Dynasty remains up in the air, and after A&E's indefinite suspension of Phil Robertson, one thing is crystal clear. The patriarch of the Robertson family is not backing down from his Bible-backed position. I'm David Webb, in tonight for my good friend Sean. According to a report in the Daily Mail, Phil Robertson led a Bible study group yesterday and during the meeting said, quote, "I will not give or back off from my path." Phil went on to say again, and I quote, "I love all men and women. I am a lover of humanity, not a hater." And tonight, we want you to join the conversation. Do you think A&E Network should reverse its decision about Phil? Log on to Sean's Facebook page. Let us know what you think. And also, it's time to trend at 10. You can sound off on Twitter using the hashtag Hannity. But first, let's bring in our panel. Democratic strategist Bernard Whitman, Breitbart News columnist Kerry Pickett, and Fox 401 contributor Diana Falzone. So, good evening. Here we are, another controversy in America. First, to our entertainment maveness. Is that what you are? You're
sure,
maven.
let's
There you
go with it.
All right. Entertainment industry, what is this from that point of view?
From that point of view, nothing's going to happen to Duck Dynasty. It is going to continue. In fact, it is going to have its debut of season number 5 starting on January 15th, and Phil Robertson is a part of that season. All these cast members, the family members, the Robertsons, are saying that they will not do the show without Phil. That isn't going to happen because of something called an ironclad contract. The show will go on, and I believe that Phil will also come back for another season.
This season's already taped.
The season's already taped, but I'm saying season 6, he'll be back on.
All right, Kerry Pickett, First Amendment's being thrown around, but the First Amendment's about protection from government. Is this issue really a First Amendment issue, or is it more about the right to say what you want, regardless of your belief, without blowback?
Well, you know, this is what particularly bothers me here is that I think you have so many elites out there who have gotten used to, over so many decades, to see a particular demographic made fun of. You know, we saw it during the Beverly Hillbillies. We saw it, you know, particularly with a lot of like the New York, L.A., Boston, Washington.
Go after the turn near the cheek crowd. In other words, who won't hit back.
Exactly, and they're okay with that crowd as long as they don't mention Jesus, as long as they don't mention religion, as long as they don't mention their views when it comes to, say, homosexuals. It's like, don't mention that. As long as we can make fun of you, that's okay. So
tolerance with a position. Bernard, I'll go to you on this. What if these words had come out of, say, someone quoting the Quran's position on homosexuality? What if it had come out of the mouth of an imam?
Yeah, I think it's the exact same situation. Here's the problem. When you equate an entire class of people with things like having sex with animals or being drunks or being adulterers, just let me finish. Let me finish.
No, but you can't get away with that. His quote, he did not equate. There was a comma after the quote.
I did not say equate. I said link, which is exactly what he did. He said it morphs from this to that. So there was a linkage, not an equation. That has terrible effect on people. It's demeaning. It's vile. It's disgusting. Does he have a right to do that? Yes. But I would argue it's detrimental to society. I think it's one reason why gay kids are 5 times more likely to try to kill themselves, why there's so many gay homeless youth out there. And I also think that we should use this, though, as an opportunity to engage in a real discussion here. The problem I have is not with his Christianity at all. But let's remember here, the Bible talks about homosexuality 6 or 7 times. It talks about prayer 500 times. It talks about money and possessions 2,000 times. And according to the Bible, slavery is okay. If you're an adulterer, you should be killed.
Bernard,
it's
we're not getting...
It's selective.
Right, but you're getting selective here.
Selective use of religion to affirm bigotry.
But you're getting selective. My question was also, what if this had come out to you, Diana, if this had come out of a Muslim's mouth? And this is an important point because whether you have an Orthodox Jew, an evangelical, a Muslim with the Quran, if they go by the orthodoxy, you get the same answer, but the response is different. So is this real or is it kind of a fake response?
here's the whole thing. The question would be, would that person be an A&E contracted person? Because we look at it from the contract standpoint and a company standpoint, he's an at-will employee of this network. And what he was saying was not at a church, was not in the privacy of his home. He said it representing a show. This is an entertainment vehicle, and everyone's forgetting that. So that's where you have to look at it. He would have been in trouble no matter what religion he was spewing.
Okay, Carrie Pickett, he said it within the context of a show. This is reality TV. In reality TV, if you get the Kardashians, you get the Kardashians. If you get the whatever show, you know, what's her name, Snooki, you get Snooki. You get the Robertsons, you get the Robertsons. So where's the shock here when A&E could have Googled, and their lawyers probably Googled what he said in 2010?
Yeah, but remember, he also said it during a GQ interview. He didn't actually say it on the show itself. You know, and also, one of the things that sort of bothers me here is that, yeah, this is only. I was watching the old 1975 version of the Stepford Wives, and it's almost like this is almost like the Stepfordization of a society here. That if you say the wrong thing, you are going to be destroyed. And then basically you have to come out and then end up saying the right thing. In this case, it's not baking cookies and doing housework and taking care of the kids. It's basically making sure that you end up saying the right thing about gays and everything else about the liberal agenda. And that is something that is particularly concerning. And by the way, you don't have to be famous. Say, like Phil Robertson, you can be a complete nobody, like someone like a PR executive, like we saw over on Twitter. If you say the wrong thing, then you watch out. You're going to have a lynch mob coming after you.
Okay, Bernard, tolerance. I want to go to the issue of tolerance. You and I have debated this a lot of times. If I don't agree with someone, I don't necessarily go out and attack them. I may give my commentary. But there's an outward attack on the Christian position. Agree or disagree with Phil's position, whether he was articulate or not in what he said, it doesn't matter. It's his position, and he has a right in America to state it, even within the boundaries of being an at-will employee. So what about tolerance? Isn't it feigned intolerance if someone doesn't say, I don't agree with you, I wish you could have said it better? Because what he said parrots the position of many in this country, over 100 million evangelicals.
Yes, it does. And I don't think it's about tolerance. It's about being clear for taking responsibility for what you said. When people say things and do things, there are consequences, and he's got to take responsibility. I don't think it's anything wrong for people that support gay people to come out and call him out and say, you know what, that is vile, that's offensive, that's wrong. But I also think that we can use this to have an open, honest discussion about how we have religious tolerance and tolerance for other people, in this case gay people, live together in America. I think we should use that opportunity to engage in this conversation. And we will, I think, over the next few months.
All right, everyone wants a conversation. I think we need a beer summit. Maybe we need a duck summit out of this.